I got it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
What the hell?
It is the biggest story of the millennium. I don't think a lot of people get it. You know, this is serious business. You know, what are these crafts? Where'd they come from? What's the agenda? You know, this is huge. This is the biggest story of the history of the Earth. My name is Stu Bundy, and I'm the Senior Advisor for MUFON Canada. MUFON stands for the Mutual UFO Network. So MUFON is an international organization that takes in UFO reports, investigates it, does research, lets the public know what it is, and we try to teach the public and inform them about what's happening in the UFO field, the trends, any information we have, we make it public. So I mean, we have roughly over 5,000 members worldwide. We're in 40 countries. We have 500 certified and trained volunteer investigators, and we have all the greatest apps. You know, all the stuff you guys can get on your phone, we have as well. You know, Stellarium, where we can see what's in the sky when it comes to aircraft, celestial objects, things like that. Flight Tracker 24, we can track any commercial jet. We can go back in time and see what it was. And then we also do investigations where we interview the witnesses, and so a lot of times it's very in depth, but again, we're volunteers, and it's a real passion, and we're just trying to find out we're trying to get to the bottom of the UFO mystery, and there's literally millions of people who want to do the same thing. For MUFON, I don't know about any other groups, but we're the biggest group in the world. We've been around since 1969. We typically get between 5,000 and 6,000 sightings per year. Well, we get them mostly from just the general public. When they see something they don't understand, they'll come to us. They'll send in a report. We'll assign an investigator, and we'll do an investigation. 90% of the stuff that we get, we can explain away. It's that 3%. Which is we call unknowns, and we classify it and we close the case as an unknown. We don't know exactly what it is. We can't say it's little green men from Mars or whatever, but we know what it's not. Commercial aircraft, celestial objects, the International Space Station, meteors. We can nail all that stuff down and we can cross it off the list. And when we're left with something unknown, that's when it gets really interesting. And what Rob Freeman and his group, the Making Contact group, do is they're absolutely amazing. They bring us the evidence that we need. I mean, over the last 4 years, I think I met them maybe 4 years ago. They have become experts in the field of gathering data and evidence, the stuff that we need to do our research. So yeah, they've been amazing. So what we look for is first of all at MUFON investigators, photographic evidence, video evidence, and then multiple witnesses at the same sighting, and then multiple witnesses, the same sighting in different groups. So Rob pretty much gives us everything. We have photographic, video, and it's high quality stuff. And then he usually has a group with him, so we have multiple witnesses. So that's exactly what we're looking for. For example, the Squamish orb. I mean, we did probably the biggest investigation we ever done in MUFON Canada on that particular sighting. We got our chief investigator in Canada, Dave Pelichek. We assigned him personally to this, and he did a full year investigation, and we ruled out everything. We had some critics and some naysayers, some debunkers on the internet saying, well, it's the International Space Station. Well, no, it isn't. And the good thing also about what Rob and the Making Contact people do is they try to debunk their own sightings. They're not the people that say, oh my God, I saw a UFO, the aliens are coming. No. I mean, these guys actually try and debunk their own data. And when they can't, that stuff is really interesting. Like the quality of the video that Rob brings us, you're able to see that this orb came in, the trees in front and the mountain in behind. So there was no sky behind there. It was actually there on the mountain. And what it is, we don't know for sure, but we know what it's not. They're globetrotters, and wherever they go, there seems to be action. So we're really happy and fortunate that they bring us their data and their evidence, so that we can either say thumbs up or thumbs down, and we tell them right away if something's a little dodgy, or if we just don't have enough data to make a call on it. But I mean, that Squamish orb was absolutely unbelievable. What this is, it's brand new, it's cutting edge. Nobody's doing it, or no one's capturing these craft and these objects like they are. So it's truly astounding what they're doing. Our mission statement is the research of the UFO phenomenon for the benefit of humankind. And we are a scientific group. We can't speculate. So we don't know, we're going to tell you we don't know. And that's why it's called an unknown. I can guess, and if, I will speculate that is, would be some sort of plasma orb. But again, there's been a few really, really good books from some researchers on orbs. They could be spiritual, they could be actual craft, they could be interdimensional beings. So there's a whole ton of different things it could be. We just don't know for sure. No, I think the stigma is really getting smaller and smaller, which is good, because most people don't want to even admit they've seen something. And over the years, people find out I'm an investigator, and they'll say, hey, seen any UFOs lately? And then later on in the party, they'll come by and say, hey, listen, I got to talk to you. I saw this thing, and can we talk? But what we're finding out is the younger generation. I mean, they cut through all the crap. It's like, hey, don't give me any BS. We know something's there. We know it's out there. And most of these young people are trying to save the world. And the whole thing about what Paul Hellyer, he's the former defense minister for Canada, is trying to push is that, if the rest of the world had this technology, which he truly believes that some big, dark, black project in the United States has this technology, the 0-point energy, that you don't have to use fossil fuels and get the world off the oil, that you can save the world. And that's what these young people want to do. They want to save the world. And we truly believe if you have this technology, it's not just kept secret, that you can do that. So we're seeing a lot of the next generation of people that do believe that something's out there. They don't think it's, they're coming here to take over, and they really want to fight back against the people that are keeping all this secret. It is the biggest story of the millennium. I don't think a lot of people get it. This is serious business. What are these crafts? Where'd they come from? What's the agenda? This is huge. This is the biggest story of the history of the Earth. Now, some people can't handle it, and I understand that in their daily life. It's like, our office manager, she comes in, she goes, how's your UFO thing going? I said, great. I showed her the video of the Tic Tac. This is a famous leaked gun camera a video of an actual UFO that the U.S. government and the Navy, they don't even know what it is. And I showed it to her. I said, there it is, actual proof. She goes, that's great, but I just don't believe in all that UFO stuff. So there's some people that you can tell them, you can show them, and they can't process it. And that's fine. But the majority of the people out there nowadays, they want to know. I think it needs to continue. This disclosure needs to continue. For the last 2 years, the Washington Post, the New York Times have been doing great articles and releasing video from the Pentagon. More of this is coming down the pipe from what we know. And then you need a critical mass of people saying, okay, we believe, we understand, tell us the truth, stop keeping this, the government, stop keeping this secret.